When Robert Schaefer started a company called Northern Ingredients in 1991, it may have struck many as a half-baked idea.
So I came home and told my wife I had this idea, for something that we could do, that I could kind of be Mr. Mom a little bit and work some strange hours and, work around her schedule a little. So I made and delivered frozen dough, and I had to put a motor in an Astro van in order to deliver that. Yeah, so that was it. Rented space and a broken van.
But 23 years later, it's clear that Schaefer found a recipe for success with his family business. Today, N2O Companies includes 3 distributing firms: Northwestern Foods, Northern Ingredients, and Asiama. Combined, the businesses are expected to generate about $40 million in revenue this year. All 3 are under one roof at a 100,000 square foot facility that the company owns in Arden Hills. The company includes many family members in the ranks who have joined the company as it has continued to grow.
Well, we are a ragtag fleet. We are generally all retreads of some type. And so the first person that approached me was my brother-in-law.
The principal owners of the close-knit company are Schaefer, his wife Beth Kaiser Schaefer, and Schaefer's brother-in-law Kurt Kaiser. The company is anchored by a sense that everyone is in it together, says Kaiser.
I think probably from my perspective, it's the fact that the family people that I work with give you a much more comfortable feeling about having your back and helping cover for you and giving you the opportunity to do the same with them. So trust would probably sum it up as well as anything. You know that from a cynical standpoint, they've got to sit down to Thanksgiving dinner with you every year, so most likely they're going to do the right thing. Not necessarily always true in the corporate world.
Like many families, they come together over a good meal.
We sit down as a business family at 11:30 and get to know each other and talk.
And that sense of family goes deeper when it comes to how N2O treats its employees. For example, Schaefer recently talked with an employee who was working a second job to see if there was a way N2O could do something to allow him to work just one job. He discovered the employee was working 22.5 hours elsewhere to make ends meet and asked him how much he was making at that second job.
I said, okay, how about if we add that to your salary, but I just want you to work 1 more hour a day, and I want to give you keys to the building. I want you to open. I want you to be responsible. I am so proud of that. If that's not changing a life, I don't know what is.
N2O also gave all of its production workers raises of at least 10% this summer when a new order came allowing it to do so. And there's been overtime for those who want it.
And so we gave that raise, and then there's been some little overtime. And so we had a gentleman that came forward and has done overtime since Memorial Day. And about 5 weeks after that, I asked him, I said, so what are you doing? He said, with the money, he says, we go out to dinner every Friday night. And it's like, oh, well, that's really pretty cool. And actually, we have some savings. And I said, that's great. He says, well, it's the first time since we've been married we've had savings. I said, oh, that's right. You've been married, what, 4 or 5 years? He says, no, 20. So those are the things that we're proud of.